From the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, it is Friday, and welcome to the program, everybody. I am Lou, and boy, we have a very fun show for you today. You're going to learn something about the state of Iowa, and then you're going to meet an adorable dog looking for a brand new home. But speaking of adorable, it is time to head over to the eastern portion of the state of Iowa and say good morning to Professor Jeff Stein. Hello, Mr. Stein. How are you?
I thought you were going to say, here's the dog that needs a new home. We could flip these around. It'd be fine.
We love the Iowa Almanac, where we learn something every day about things that happen right here in the state of Iowa. And today, we are going to talk about slogans, because slogans, they surround us. We all know about slogans, but we're going to be talking about one of the most famous slogans the state of Iowa has and has ever had.
Absolutely right. So let's fire up the Wayback Machine and remember the turbulent decade of the 1960s. Well, that was past, and here we were into the early part of the 1970s. As 1970 began, state leaders decided they needed a fresh image, Lou, so they could promote economic growth and development. And that led to the development of a slogan, Iowa, a place to grow. Now, it obviously related to the state's agricultural heritage, along with the concept of growing in a number of other ways. So to make that point, a four-loop cloverleaf symbol was developed, representing growth in all directions and strength in unity.
Right.
Really ingenious if you think about it. The loops were said to represent individual growth in four areas: education, spiritual awareness, friends, and family.
Yeah, but that sounds great. And when that slogan first came out, it resonated with a lot of people, but not everybody thought that was a good idea.
Well, government came up with the idea, so you have to have people complain, right?
Sure.
Well, these people who were complaining thought that this economic development slogan and symbol would actually take the place of the state's slogan or even the state flag. These were concerns that Governor Robert Ray had to address in an interview. Listen to this.
It is merely a pleasing architectural design which calls attention to the theme. Iowa, a place to grow agriculturally, a place to grow industrially, a place to grow individually, philosophically, socially, culturally.
Again, the governor had to address the complaints. Well, regardless of the complaints, as you noted, it did really take off, and Iowa, a place to grow, was the state's official marketing slogan throughout Governor Ray's time in office, actually, Lou, into the early 1980s.
All right. And then there's been some other slogans. We just saw one pop up on the screen here just a little bit ago, and that was back in the 90s, what it says, "You make me smile." Tell us about that one.
Yeah, in 1994, Iowa, you make me smile started appearing on marketing campaigns. You'd see it on the sign as you cross into Iowa from Illinois, etc. That then gave way to something called Fields of Opportunities in 1999, capitalize on the Dyersville Field of Dreams site, etc. Well, back to that cloverleaf, which, again, I've really always enjoyed that symbol. Maybe it's because it came out when I was young and appreciated it, but a large concrete representation of that symbol can still be found in downtown Des Moines today. It's north of the Grimes State Office Building at East 14th and Grand Avenue. And if you're nearby, you might want to drive by and honk today in particular, because Iowa, a place, and everyone will wonder what the world you're doing, but Iowa, a place to grow, and that four-loop cloverleaf symbol, they were officially adopted on this very day, January 6th of 1970.
Yeah, I remember a while back when Vilsack was governor, he wasn't real fond of that "You make me smile" slogan, and we voted for a new slogan at the fair, and that's where the Fields of Opportunities won out, and that's when that happened. And then there are even people wanting to take that four-leaf clover down, and they actually did take it down and reconstruct it later, but it's a symbol that, I think is kind of cool. What do you think?
I've always thought it was just a nice symbol. It was simple, it was direct, and the slogan itself was tremendous, a place to grow. I mean, "You make me smile" sounds like, with all apologies to dentists, it sounded like a commercial for a dental office. And Fields of Opportunities, well, that was opportunistic, frankly. A place to grow. It's who we are, it's what we do. Let's start this. Let's go back to a place to grow.
Let's put it down. We'll see if we can get that taken care of. We'll call the governor's office here in a little bit and see if she can put that back in place. That's perfect. If people want to learn more about this and about every single day of the year, you learn something that happened in the state of Iowa or related to the state of Iowa, where can they go?
IowaAlmanac.com, Twitter, Instagram as well, Lou, at Iowa Almanac.
All right. You have yourself an incredible weekend, Professor Stein, and we will talk to you next time.
Thanks so much. Been a fun week, Lou.
All right, great week. And folks, when we come back, we're going to finish off the week and put a smile on your face. You are going to meet Griff. He needs a home. We'll tell you about him and an update on that dog that was left at the airport, too, coming up next on Iowa Live.